Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so I have recently taken up my rank 4 number 7 and rank 4 number 8, and I never really made a video for it because all those rank ups were done on live stream. So I definitely do need to do some showcase videos for them in the near future as well. But in this video, I will specifically explain why I chose each of those champions, and I will also pick up my rank 4 number 9. And I'll also explain exactly why that decision and why right now. Because obviously I do these champion rankings, and in a blank state, it would be very easily go, that is the best ranked tech champion, that is the best ranked skill champion, that is the best ranked mutant champion. I do overall best champions in the game lists. And obviously, as a kind of very simple proof that I do believe my own lists, I would simply go down the list and, rank up every champion in an order. But obviously this game is much more complex than that, and there's always a multitude of reasons. For instance, if you play in high tier alliances, prestige is always something to be considered. Then on top of that, what you need to take in consideration is which of those champions are specifically good for the game modes that matter most to you. For instance, New Nation is primarily focused on Alliance War, so we always want to consider good Alliance War attackers and defenders. And then on top of that, you don't even necessarily get to rank 4 all of those champions immediately, because if your teammate has ranked up like a fairly specific defender to rank 4, then there's virtually no need on duplicating those decisions. So, as always, that still does not even include your personal preferences, what mastery setups you run, and now we have battlegrounds to think about. Now, realistically, when it comes to like story content and all the other day-to-day content, I don't think rank 4s are relevant at all. I don't think they matter. I don't think you need a rank 4 champion to do anything in the game. I do think rank 4s only really matter in kind of competitive aspects where you have to face other people. But now we do have battlegrounds as well. And obviously that is something to be taken in consideration if you plan on participating actively in battlegrounds. And the coolest thing about battlegrounds is that there are many different metas, and they will be ever so changing as well. Right, that is a fairly long-winded way to say that just because I value some champion more than another doesn't mean that it is the right choice for me right now. All that put aside, one thing that I did rank up fairly selfishly at the moment was Omega Sentinel. Now, I do think Omega Sentinel is absolutely amazing champion. We actually had a very active debate who's better in our alliance, Nimrod or Omega Sentinel. We have a couple of people going for Omega Sentinel. I personally believe that Nimrod is more capable of the two. But what I do believe, first and foremost, is that Omega Sentinel and Nimrod work as a great duo team. They make each other significantly stronger and also cover for each other's weaknesses in stuff like Alliance War, for instance. Because Omega Sentinel has a couple of abilities that Nimrod doesn't, quite frankly. On top of that, they have very useful synergies together. And perhaps lastly, the combination of them allow to basically cover more fights. Anyways, what was I getting at is the fact that Omega Sentinel is immune to Nullify, so you can deal with all of the buffet lanes and stuff like that. Then Omega Sentinel can bypass Miss, which is ever so more important, with Mystic Dispersion. And then obviously Omega Sentinel has access to like Incinerate debuffs, when Nimrod has access to Shock, so you can bypass each other's weaknesses, so on and so forth. Right, so that is one of the reasons why I end up going with Omega Sentinel. The second reason is unequivocally, without Omega Sentinel, I was 12 prestige points from the current max prestige in the game, and it did kind of irk me a little bit. It really did. It was one of those things that just sit at the back of your head, because every other week or so somebody's going to ask you, are you at max prestige? And you're like, no, I'm 12 points short. No, I'm 12 points short. Whatever else. So I did want to just put that aside. And now obviously we are getting Valkyrie, which is going to be new top 3 prestige champion, which is going to be very interesting to chase. But, such is the life at the top of the game. So I will definitely be trying to get Valkyrie and probably rank her up as well. But Omega Sentinel went up because I do think she has her uses in Alliance War, especially right now with Mystic Dispersion Global happening. I also do think that Omega Sentinel is relatively good for Battlegrounds. I don't think she's the greatest champion for Battlegrounds. I do think she's quite decent though. And overall, she's just a very, very versatile champion that kind of scratch that itch that I had at my back of my head. I do primarily think of Omega Sentinel as a very, very good champion, not as a prestige champion though. And I do think that she would be a very, very strong rank up candidate, and perhaps I would have ranked her up right now, even if she was not the current 4th highest in prestige, I believe. And then my rank up number 8 is a champion that I just can't stop praising, and it's Kingpin. Now, Kingpin, again, first of all, he just got bug fixed, which is awesome because he has even more damage. But Kingpin, I think, is a very safe, very solid rank up for virtually everything. He does story content, he does Alliance Quest, he does Alliance War. He's one of the Battleground MVPs as well, which is quite important to me. And he has really, really wide area of effectiveness, so to speak. I do think currently he's the best skill champion in the game. Now, even more so with his damage being greatly improved after the bug fix for a ton of different circumstances. And this was definitely one of those rank ups that I just value champion that highly. I definitely see myself using this champion for a ton of different things day to day, virtually in every content. And that's why Kingpin went up for me, because he kind of fit. He's definitely, fitting every single game mode that matters to me in a very effective way. So I know I spoke a lot more about Omega Sentinel, but I don't think Kingpin needs as much of an explanation. Now, when it comes to my next rank ups, and if you can see that currently I am at 8 6-star rank 4 champions. We have Omega Sentinel, Thor, Hercules, Silver Surfer, Dr. Doom, Nimrod, Kingpin, and Mr. Negative. Now I need to select my next one. And I was struggling with the decision. I wanted it to be Alliance War Defender, that I also love using for Battlegrounds. That was kind of like the specific requirement. I wanted it to be a worthwhile champion for Alliance War Defense. That is an important, or good at the very least, Battlegrounds champion that I would fit in my Battlegrounds deck. And I was almost set to do Mr. Fantastic. I was going to do Mr. Fantastic. That was the decision. Then I figured I'm going to wait a day or two to see what are going to be Valkyries or Gorge Prestige, and then it turns out that Valkyrie is going to be top 3 Prestige champion, which made my thought process go, so I'm going to leave this for now, and I'm going to try and get Valkyrie, and that is going to be my next rank up. Now, a couple things since then have changed over the course of the past couple of days. Number one, we found out that Valkyrie is coming out as the 2nd champion this month, and I do think that by the time Valkyrie comes out, I'll be very, very close to my next rank 4. I think the latest I'm going to get in my next rank 4 is going to be Eternity of Pain rewards, which would be a couple weeks or 3 weeks after Valkyrie comes out. And that's in the best case scenario if I do manage to get her initially, either by opening cows or grinding, which I will have to decide what I'm going to try and do. I might try and grind for Valkyrie. We'll see. Or I might just wait. But that made me realize that I can kind of rank up whoever I want right now. And after our first season war, it turned out that our alliance, actually, our battle group specifically, is lacking a very specific attacker. And that specific attacker was already previously on my short list to rank 4 champions. Now, I obviously do think that champion is amazing in its own right. It was ranked very, very highly in my champion ranking videos. But I thought that I will be unable to rank up that champion because we already had one for defense. And I was 100% convinced that we have more than enough of said champion in our battle group already. But it turns out we didn't. And since my officers knew that I still have a rank up gem available for me, they just DM'd me and asked if I would mind ranking up that champion because we would benefit from another copy at rank 4 level available for Alliance War Attack. And as it just so turns out, I really, really didn't mind because I have no mutant rank 4s at the moment. So that's the first thing. Second of all, I was already strongly considering taking that champion up beforehand, and there's a decent chance that I would have. And I was thinking that I'm much more likely to take this champion as my first mutant up anyhow, and that's Kitty Pryde. So, as you can see, I have one tier 6 basic, nearly one tier 3 alpha there, and enough of rest of the stuff, but I do have that rank 3 to 4 rank up gem. So that is exactly what we're going to use here. Kitty Pryde is going up to rank 4. Now, obviously, I'm not the best Kitty Pryde player in the world, but I have been practicing with Kitty Pryde, like off-screen, using Kitty Pryde and Tigra in my day-to-day stuff. So, right now, let's take up my Kitty Pryde. Well, I already hit the button, so there's not much I can do right now. And Kitty is my 9th. I really did not see this one kind of coming even a day ago, because quite literally the only reason I am ranking her is because my officers asked me, because I had kind of put her at the back of my mind. I was considering her, and she fits perfectly in my plans. She's a great Battlegrounds champion as well, especially at rank 4 level. She is obviously Liquid Courage Double Edge friendly, which is always a bonus. And yeah, she's also one of the best mutant champion in the game. To many people, she's the best mutant champion in the game, and perhaps the best champion in the game, period. I know she has definitely a lot of fans. And she's also my first mutant rank 4. So it kind of works out perfectly, I'd say. So here we go. Kitty Pryde going to rank 4. We're gonna level her up right now. And there's nothing I can do about her. Now, I think she's about Sig 90. I'm not sure if I need to take her to max Sig. I don't think so. I don't think there's that much of a difference. It should be all good. Right, so yeah, here we are. And that is it for now then. Now I have 9 rank 4 champions, which I'm quite happy with. Hopefully I can get my 10th one soon. Battlegrounds are gonna return quite soon as well, so it's kind of nice that I did this rank up before the Battleground started, so I'm gonna have an extra rank 4 in my roster. And these are my current rank 4s then. We have Kitty, Kingpin, Mr. Negative, Nimrod, Omega Sentinel, Hercules, Silver Surfer, Dr. Doom, and Thor Ragnarok. Whatever. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about my rank 4 choices, namely the last 3, which are Kingpin, Omega Sentinel, and Kitty Pryde. And with that, I will finish this video up. Catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the